Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the one and only Reaper podcast. I am your host, John Reaper. As always, man, I have a lot to talk about. I'm going solo on this one, so you guys have to bear with me. Really, nobody's up right at the moment. But as you guys saw the studio update, of course, I added a couple of new things, so you guys seen that. I've actually painted the sword. It's no longer blue, or not blue. Yeah, blue. I can't remember what paint did I use. I can't remember. I think it was blue. I think I had blue. Mainly, but it's no longer that color. It's actually the color it's supposed to be, silver, metal, and black. So it's hanging up on the wall beautifully. The modifications I did, other than that, was I replaced the Wi-Fi repeater. The Wi-Fi repeater actually takes the Wi-Fi and doubles it as its own Wi-Fi. Because it's getting the Wi-Fi signal off of that, and it amplifies it and creates its own personal Wi-Fi. I mean, it's cool because that way it could power some of the stuff down here, but eventually I want to get a better Wi-Fi. I'm possibly looking at, what you call it, Xfinity. I'm looking, different spots, but I'm leaning more towards Xfinity maybe. But I need to call them because it has to be like cheap. I mean, right now we're paying like $50 for this internet, which I have a lot of devices running to the internet. I have the constant. The main thing constantly is pretty much a laptop, a tablet, and a phone, or a laptop, tablet, and a phone, 2 PS4s, and a Xbox One, which off of the main Wi-Fi, it's just phone, tablet, laptop, PS4. Off of the Wi-Fi repeater, it's another laptop on the original. Sorry, forgot about that one. But a computer down here. PS4 is PS4, Xbox One, and PS3. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. But I want something better. I want something a lot more, there. But the other thing is I added, it's funny because like they have this thing at Walmart where you have like cheapos. It's like a bin full of cheap stuff. It's like, oh, cool. It's like you take an item that's like possibly $30 to $20, and you make it as cheaply as possible. So where it's like all the items in a bin is $10 no matter what. And I was like, I wonder if this thing is even worth it, So I bought it, and what I bought was a strip of LEDs. You peel back the double-sided tape, and you put the LEDs behind your TV. It goes along the top, or like a upside down U behind the TV, and it illuminates behind the TV, which is badass. I like it. I really do, because it's cool. Because like when it's dark, it's like really dark. But now you have that backlighting, and really, to be honest, it's actually good. Go on Amazon to buy actual good ones. I'm thinking about buying one off of Amazon to replace the one on the back. But essentially what it's supposed to do. Okay, what it's supposed to do is you got a USB port on TVs nowadays. So you take it's a USB thing, and you plug it in, and you have a remote. And the remote's supposed to, you could change colors and do different things with it, off and on, you know. Well, needless to say, it did not work at all when I plugged it into the TV. I'm like, great, yay, I have a useless item. So I'm like, I wonder. So I took a USB charger thing, and I took off the charger, and it was just USB. So I hooked it up to that, plugged it into the wall. Voila, it came on. I'm like, cool. And it was like white. And I hit the blue button on the remote. After that, it quit working. I don't understand it. Like, it stays on, but now I have it to where it's like there's like a switch. I can flip the switch off. I can flip it off, flip it on without the TV even being on. So it's good in a way. I'm like, cool. I mean, I don't know. I think mainly it's used for it being off. I mean, I didn't think about that. Like, what if it's just mainly used for the TV being off? But why? That'd be kind of silly. Why do that? In all honesty, I would actually go and pay a little bit more on Amazon for one, because the backlighting is honestly good. Because when you pick a good backlighting, which I recommend blue or bluish tint or a little milder color, because when you're watching the TV, just basic TV, and in the dark, if you want, it does hurt. It strains your eyes. It hurts, and sometimes you get headaches or whatever. With that backlighting is actually helpful, because the whole night I was gaming with my son. Well, by the way, I'll tell that in a minute. Usually my eyes would hurt. I would get tired, and I would just I might get a headache from just looking at the TV so much. But I didn't, dude. I felt it calmly and pleasurable that that happened. So there's that. And I love it. But anyway, the exciting news is I told you guys that my son, it was like a while back that my son moved to Florida. Well, of course I got sick last Friday. Like, dude, I woke up before I went to work. I woke up and I was like, I puked. Like, I just woke up and I vomited. I ran to the bathroom and vomited. And I was like, dude. And it was weird because, like, I kind of felt full. Like, I ate. And it was like several hours before I went to bed. And I still felt full. I felt like it did not go in my stomach. Like, it was sitting on top of my stomach. And I was like, man, this ain't good. Maybe I need to just lay down and go to sleep. Well, I slept all night, which is weird for me. Sometimes usually I get up and use the bathroom. Or I toss and turn, but I didn't. And I woke up probably like 10, 15 minutes before I had to actually get up for work. And I ran to the bathroom and threw up. And I'm like, okay. And then after that, I was like, I think I'm okay, which is weird because I never throw up. I never do. It's very rare. Usually when I get the feeling I'm throwing up, I gulp. I tried swallowing so much and concentrate everything I can to swallow. And sometimes it goes away. Sometimes it will go away and I'll be like, cool, oh, I'm good. This time, like, I swallowed 2 times and it was like, nah. Yeah. It was going, no, I'm not having it. I'm coming up out of your mouth. Get the hell ready. So I did. And ran to the bathroom and threw up. I know you guys are probably like, ugh, I don't want to hear that. But, yeah. So, I was like, all right, maybe I can go to work. And I was feeling so, like, my body was all, like, sludgy, kind of. Like, it was just so bogged down. Like I was in, it's hard to explain, but it felt like I was in pudding, okay? I know it's like a weird explanation, but you know how pudding's like real thick, and if you can imagine like getting in the pudding and you're trying to move like you're in water, but it's like real thick and sludgy, so you're not really moving that fast. It just felt like that way, like everything was against my body, and like I could not concentrate. I don't know, man. I was hot, and I went into work, and I was just standing there, talking to my boss, just standing there. Finally, I just looked at my boss, and I said, I think I need to go home. I think I'm about to get sick. And my boss is like, okay, go ahead and go home, do what you need to do. I'm like, cool. I get out of the doors. No sooner I get out of the doors, I fucking let loose again with the throwing up, because I knew it was coming, and I was like, I need to get out of here. I need to actually go throw up, and then get in the car and go home. Well, my idea didn't happen, and I heard my dad. Of course, I work with my dad. And my coworker and my boss running out the door, and my dad goes, "Give me the keys. He'll follow us, and then he'll take me back to work. I got my vehicle there, so it's cool." I'm like, all right. So I felt so damn bad, because I'm like, here I am wasting my boss's time and everything, and I felt just so bad. Like, it sucked. It really did. It sucked so damn much. I hated it. I got home and everything. The car's inside. I get going upstairs, and I get water, and I set the water down. I went and got, this is like, usually after I threw up, I'm like, I get like this moment of, I'm okay. Like, I don't feel sick. So I'm like, okay, I need to use this time to gather everything I need. So I gathered my blankets. I gathered my a trash can. I gathered my little trash can, and it had a liner in it already. And I gathered my, some water. Got some water, and I just sit in a chair. I just sat in this leather chair, and I did not move. Of course, I did throw up like 2 more times, and then like, I'm like, oh, like I didn't know what I had, and I'm like, wait a minute. So me being sick, dude, my body is incredibly, and my whole entire back, my legs, my arms are hurting so damn much. I pick up the phone and I look up the symptoms for the flu, and that's what I got. And basically what the flu did is it emptied my entire stomach, dude. Like, I got breakfast. I didn't even eat breakfast because I was just so, and it emptied my entire stomach, dude. It just like emptied it. And to where the last time I threw up, I was dry heaving. And dude, I felt like I wanted to die, which they said that, in the symptoms of the flu, you do feel like that. You feel like you want to die. I'm like, okay, cool. At least I'm not the only one that feels like that. And it sucked. It totally sucked. I was confined to that chair. I don't remember if I had TV on or not. I think I did. No, I didn't. I don't think I turned on the TV. And around towards the end of the day, my wife finally came home. And she's like, oh my God, what's going on? I was like, I am sick. If you, I'm apparently I am sick. I got the flu. And it was funny, like, she thought she wasn't going to get it. I don't believe in the flu shots. I don't. Because I remember, like, being a kid and getting, like, shots. But every time I would get a shot, I would get sick. Like, immediately after that. And I was told when I was little that all the flu shot is a smaller version of that bug. Like, you get the flu, but it's not severe. You get sick, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. And it's supposed to make your body immune, I guess. You're supposed to get this immunity from it. Because you got it through a vaccine, and that's all the vaccine is it's just that's what I've been told back in the day. They might have done something else to vaccines now, because now when you get a vaccine you don't get sick, I guess. It's weird, but she's like, I ain't gonna get sick. I'm like, I don't know. I think you're gonna get sick off of this one. So I was just so confined. Like, I wanted to sleep, to be honest, but I was in so much pain, and I didn't think to take any Tylenol or anything, because I'm like, if I take that Tylenol and if I swallow water, it's gonna come right back up. So I'll be just wasting medication, and I can't do that. I can't just waste something. That's just stupid to me. So, and I waited until like towards the end of the night, and I was like, okay. Now, two things happened that day that totally sucked for me. Okay, one is I got the box. I still have it of the stuff that Konami sent me to do a giveaway for you guys. So, a live stream giveaway, which I will be doing that soon. I'm just getting everything prepped and ready. That way it's all professional, kind of like I'll be releasing the dates and everything and all that. But it will be on a Sunday, I know that. The live stream will be on a Sunday. Because I was going to make it a Friday, or a Friday night thing. But so happens that while I was sick, I get a call, and I picked up the phone, and it's my son. I'm like, hey, buddy. He goes, hey, Daddy. We're so-and-so, which is like 45 minutes away from me. I was like, you're coming back? He goes, yeah. And I go, for good? And he goes, yeah. So he's back. If you guys seen my Twitter and post that he's tried VR for the first time. So he's back. He is back. And he's back for good. And I'm very, very, very thankful. It's so... But it sucked because it came Friday, and usually I get him Friday nights. So I think he was kind of hoping he'd come back and then he would get to stay all night, which would be awesome. But yeah, I was sick, So after my dad got off work, he got a big thing of bottled water, brought it over, and he goes, here, here's some bottled water. It's good stuff, good stuff, good mineral stuff. So I'm like, cool. Thank you. He was checking up on me. Like, I think it made my dad scared that I was that sick. Usually of me, I rarely get sick. Probably once or maybe twice. If it's a bad year, a year, I would get sick. And when I get sick, it's bad. Like, somebody would get like the common cold or the flu, that ain't really nothing. They give it to me, dude. I'm at death's door. I'm pale. Like, dude, I'm kind of like tan on my arms a little. Like, that day, my arms were pure white. Like, they were not tan at all. My whole body must have been like white, and my face was completely white. I didn't have no color, and it sucked. That Friday sucked all the way around. So I'm like, okay, if I get better, I'll get him, you know. And of course, next day I was a little bit better, but I was still kind of off. I was weak. I was so weak as a kid. Like, I couldn't even get up. Like, it felt like gravity was like turned up 500 times for me. You know, I was so heavy, you know, and I hated that, dude. I really, really did. I hated it. And so by the next day, I've lost you know, I've lost my voice. Well, like, I didn't lose it, but it's like it goes in and out and everything else. I pretty much lost it. Like, I was just like, oh my god, I can't do the podcast. There's no freaking way. You know, we didn't go to the store, so I'm like, we're gonna have to go to the store. You know. Was it Monday we went to the store? Yeah, we didn't even go to the store like the day I went and got him. I went and got him and everything else, and like I think it was no, it wasn't Tuesday. It was Wednesday I got him. And my voice is starting to get a little bit better. And I want to thank you guys actually for supporting me when I was sick. You know, telling me, hey, you need to do this, you need to hydrate, you know, I hydrated a shit ton. Like, I drank water like it was nothing, you know. And I'm just glad I kept water down, and I ate chicken noodle soup. You know, that was like the only thing I had all day Friday, you know. So I'm very thankful for that. My voice, of course, has changed a little bit. It's a little bit of raspy now, which is good because I want a more raspy toned voice. You know, I want a more voice. I've been doing a lot of exercises too with my voice. That's probably why the raspy it is, because and I'm trying to lobby to be a Saiyan on the new movie. Actually, congrats to, was it Gregory or Kagiri? Is that how you pronounce it? Films. The dude got all right, but enough about my personal personal stuff going on. That's pretty much it, really. A little Diamond Dogs update. We are trying to move forward. For those of you who have not noticed, the Twitter for the Diamond Dogs project, and also the main person, the main director of the project, is gone. Yes, I know, it's gone. But I do believe Twitter might have deactivated those because he wasn't really on them that much. He was too busy working on stuff. But he, we're all talking to him and stuff. So, and we're still moving forward on the project. Right now we were kind of confused on how people would get the lines, and we thought all the lines were sent, but apparently not. So we are getting our lines and resending them or whatnot. So, and apparently he's got the artist. He said he cannot move forward without the lines. So we are doing the best we can so we can get this project going in the right direction where we want to go. So there's a couple of things that we still have to do the project. The YouTube and the page or the website page is still up, so you guys can still go to those. So don't worry about that. That's pretty much it. Of course, like I've said before, I've announced my project my other project that I'm doing, which is a horror inspired or horror game inspired by Silent Hill. It's actually pretty awesome. Can't really say any more, you know. It's an indie horror game, so, you know, look forward to that in the future. It's really, really awesome. I wish I could tell you guys more, but yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes of that, so whenever I get permission to say and promote, I will be able to, but right now I'm not. So, guys, yeah. So, if you guys seen my video for the VR for Paranormal Activity, it's insane. Okay. I do have to say that I'm sorry because of the audio, my audio, because my audio is, I'm using a wireless thing. So I'm not using a mic, my traditional mics, I'm not using them. Though I would like to, the vocal range doesn't pick up quite good, and I don't want to sit there and fiddle with stuff, because like if I turn it up, it's probably still gonna be good. I mean, I might do an experimental VR one, which I'll just use the mics, but I hate to, because I don't want the mics being in the way and me punching the mics or whatever. But I might do that. I might set one mic up and set the other one up, and then just do the VR and then see how that works. Who knows? And fiddle with it. I do have part 2 in the works. I do have I do want to try to get more VR stuff. What I want to do is I want to do Batman. I mean, I played Batman like twice already. But I want to do it to show you guys. I mean, well, really, I want to do it to show you guys, but y'all have seen Batman from everybody, you know. It's so, the storytelling of Batman is so awesome, especially the Arkham games. If the game, it's kind of weird, like you're just thrown in this shit. Like, they don't tell you when everything, you know, is. They just throw you in this game, you know, and then have you like solve puzzles and all that, and it's like, okay, cool. And like, I had to research it, you know, because like I didn't get it after like the first time I played it. I did not get Batman at all. I'm like, okay, what's going on? I thought Batman blew up. I thought this was after, like, he blew up Wayne Manor. And I'm like, okay, so I researched it, and no, it's like in between Arkham City and Arkham Knight. I'm like, okay, that makes more sense now, you know. I'm like, okay, but if he killed them, where in the hell? And come to find out that, you know, it was a dream. You know, I had to look it up, and I was like, okay, I get you now. It was all a dream. I'm like, cool. You know, they could have done more, and it sucked that it ended so briefly, and it was, you know, it's a small game, and it sucked that it ended like so abruptly. The graphics are beautiful as hell. It was like it's like they took the graphics from Arkham Knight and put it into this, which they did, but and that's probably why the short video, that's probably or the short game, and not to mention, I think as more people get into VR, the more the games are going to be longer. Because I know some games are short, like they're very very short. That's meant for you can't stay in VR that long, which is true in a standpoint of software, because and honestly, I'm gonna tell you how Sony could improve the tracking on this baby. It's gonna be a ripoff, but it's the only way to improve it, I do believe. It's just okay. You know how the Vive has 4 sensors? You put them up on each corner of the wall, and it maps out, your space or whatever. To be honest, I think PlayStation VR, they need to do that. They need a camera, or they need to just get a camera or like a possible, camera that has ports or whatever, and you can snap them in the camera, and you can string them out on the 4 corners. And because it sucks so bad that you cannot, you can turn around, but you can't interact with anything. You can't physically turn around and interact with shit. And it sucks so bad because, like, if you're in a stationary, like, you cannot, like, move. Like in a regular game, your stationary, like, job simulator, you can't turn around, and look, or like Batman VR, they could do so much more, and hell, even when you turn sideways, at some times, the tracking gets lost because when you're moving, something gets in the way and it doesn't fully see it, And plus, it would improve the face tracking. It would improve because then no matter where you put the camera, you can, you got other points of tracking around you that they could see the tracking stuff. So they could see the floor, I think that's where it needs to go. That's the improvement. I saw where they could improve the controllers. Fantastic. Okay, fantastic. But the controllers are not the problem of the PlayStation VR. The problem is the tracking. They're using solely the camera and light. I understand that, which is the reason why the room needs to be dark. There can't be no light that it could see. But the thing is with that, that's why the Vive is ahead of the VR. That's why, I understand that the PlayStation market is trying to do this in order to, bring costs down so that people that have PS4s can buy this VR headset, which you're buying another console basically, It is cheaper to buy the headset, but if you want to upgrade, you gotta buy a bundle, and all that. But they're trying to bring it to the home, But I understand that the Vive, they are beating PlayStation VR so much because of the tracking. Simply because of the tracking is genius. It's not flawed. It's flawed to a point, but they pretty much got down the 360 tracking, to where you could turn and not disrupt anything. You could turn your back to your original point and not disrupt anything, which is genius. I love it. There are more games on the Vive, I do believe, and they're and the games that were coming on the Vive are going towards the VR, but I think they're hesitant. I think they're like, I don't know. And there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be cut out, simply because I know in Job Simulator, where you were the store clerk, you can turn around. You can basically turn around, and there's like a shelf behind you. In the PlayStation VR version, there is no shelf behind you. It's just a wall, you know, which sucks. And crap, I can't think. And PlayStation is genius because in the Vive, when you look out, when you look beyond an area, I think you get like an out of bounds thing, but you can continue to go and you can see outside the game. You can break the boundary outside the game. The PlayStation, they'll tell you it's out of bounds, but they'll let you get so far and then it'll just go black. I'm like, oh, that's genius. That's genius because people can't see like outside the game area. You know, you can't. Because I tried that. I tried shoving my head outside the wall like this one kid did with the Vive. You could see like cars coming, or you could see on the other side there was like a room that possibly was meant for Job Simulator, but they scrapped it. I tried doing that, and it just went black. It was like, you're outside the play area, and black. It's like, oh, okay. You guys are assholes. But it's genius, you know, because it protects assets, I guess. There's one game I saw for the Vive, which is Fallout, the full Fallout game. I would love to see that on the PSVR. Skyrim, I do have Skyrim on the VR. I like it. However, the graphics look kind of like they're from the PS3 era. Like, I don't see any updated graphics. Yeah, maybe it's just me. But, yeah, you know, I don't see any updated graphic stuff. And they took away the mods. They took away mods. You can't have mods in Skyrim VR. I don't know why. I think it's because, you know, people have weird shit in it and they don't want people like to trip out, and that was like my downside. I'm like, cuz I don't know if you could play the game without the headset. I haven't tried it, but I was thinking about getting Skyrim for the PS4, you know. To be honest, I need to put Fallout back on and start like saving up money and then buying the DLCs. But yeah, that's gonna be trouble for me. because so yeah. But anyway, let's move on from VR. I'll be getting Rick and Morty VR this week. I've actually pre-ordered it, so I'll be getting it. But I'll be out of commission for a couple days because I gotta have something done. Which it's dentistry. I gotta go get my teeth cleaned, looked at, and all that, and then they gotta fix some stuff, and I'm gonna be out. And after that, I'm gonna be drugged out for a while. You know, they gotta fix some stuff, so, which I'm like, no, don't fix, leave it. But no, they said that if I would leave it the way it is, that it would like cause damage. So they have to fix it. So I don't know what they're gonna do. But they said that I'll be out of commission for a couple days because of the pain from the shots. You know, of course they got to do the shots. The pain from that, you know, from my experience. And then, like, they said just the pain, you know, will go away. It's just, you know, I don't know what I'm talking about. I just don't like dentists. I don't like needles. I hate them. But you gotta take care of your mouth. You gotta clean. You gotta have them clean. You gotta have them worked on. So that's life, I guess. You know, my teeth ain't perfect by no means. To be honest, I probably should have. I mean, people told me I probably need braces, but I'm like, don't need braces. My gels are good, but anyway. So, other than I need to get away from the personal crap, but still waiting on anything Kingdom Hearts. The of course IGN was being pretty good, but you know how they are. They kind of mess up on a couple things, but apparently we're getting like a classic handheld, not like Game Boy, but like way classic, like the old, like the type of games you go buy at a dollar store for $1, and they're like handheld, but it's like one damn game, and like it's like it's not they move, but kinda it's one of those games, and I'm okay with that a little bit, but I don't know. Like, to me, it's like they're rushing, and that's kind of got me worried. I mean, I don't know. Like, to me, it's like a mini game should be something like we've all seen in mini games in Kingdom Hearts. There has not once been a mini game that's like you played it different, like you're still moving your character around and everything, but this time it's in that format, and it's like, I don't know, why are you doing it that way? Why not do it like in a Game Boy Advance way or something like that? That would be cool. I don't know. It's just it's weird, and I hope we don't have to do too many of those things. You know what I mean? I hope we don't have to like do a whole lot. But I'm not complaining or anything. You shouldn't complain. But I'm just worried. But I guarantee once I get it, I'm like, shit. Those games are awesome. That's cool. Or maybe I think it's a troll. I think they're just trolling. They're like, hey, look at this. And they're laughing. They're like, ha ha ha. But yeah. So, other than that, just a lot of stuff. I'm nearing the end of Iron Blood Orphans of the English dub, and oh my god, dude, it's so emotional. Like, the two were emotional, and wow. It's so I love, I don't know, I love it because it's realistic in a way, but it's like it's killing everybody. They're killing all these people off, and it's like, no, Johnny-On Bosch, man, give it up for Johnny-On Bosch in his performance. In like, I've been like 2 weeks behind, or a week behind. So the last, not this episode, but the last episode, Johnny-On Bosch, good god, dude, this dude is the pinnacle. I mean, the people that are up there in voice acting, you got Sean Schimmel, who does Goku and King Kai, and then you got Christopher Sabat, who does God, I gotta name them all. Yamcha, Vegeta, Piccolo, the dragon, the narrator sometimes. He's done so much in Dragon Ball Z. in Dragon Ball Universe. It's not even funny, dude. He's like the jack of all trades. It's like I sit there and research how many voices he does, and it's like, oh dear God, he's like there was like another voice actor that was like that he'd done like a shit ton of voices, and it was like all his voice, and it's like, oh my God, you know. The dude is just awesome. You know, I couldn't do that many voices. I mean, I could do probably a couple, or maybe 3, maybe 4, but all the voices he does, like growing up watching it, I never knew. I always thought like Piccolo, Vegeta, and Yamcha were separate people. Okay, and then come to find out, it's like, oh no, one guy does all 3, and then Shenron, and then the narration, it's like, what the hell? Can this man not do? I mean, the dude is the main guy for DBZ. You know, for getting he's like the head of the audio department, I guess. I think for voice acting. So I mean, the dude probably gets bored, and I mean, I could see Christopher Sabat sitting there, like, getting everybody's lines, reviewing them, and like putting them in where they need to be, probably, or like just going through them, and he's probably behind there, you know, without anybody listening, probably mocking them, and then coming up with these like new voices, like, oh dude, that would be good, and then like if it was like a character comes up, he's like, I'm gonna audition for that character, you know. I think Christopher does that. I think he does, dude. I mean, if he comes up to me and says otherwise, I think he does. I think he sits there and goes, you know, he takes somebody's voice and then puts a spin on it. Because, like, Piccolo's and Vegeta voices are kind of similar, but not. Like, you can tell they're I thought they were 2 different people. I thought Yamcha was a different person, but I'm like, wait a minute, what? Yamcha? What? Wait a minute, dude, you're pulling my leg. And then, like, you know, oh no, he's the narrator and he's Shenron. It's like, dude, you know, Sean Shimo, the main guy, Goku, has 2. King Kai and Goku. And I know he could do more because I've seen other stuff he's done. You know, it's like, dude, this guy is a beast in the booth, probably, you know. But yeah, I want to do another relaxing interview with David Hayter, dude. That would be awesome to get him back on. And I think I want to go like longer. I want to go longer, and it would be kind of awesome to have like maybe him and another MGS. I've seen everything with him and Quentin Flynn, but I wanna possibly try to get him and Christopher, the guy who plays Otacon and Hal, you know, or hell, get all 3 of them, you know. That would be cool. Or Jennifer Howe, or, you know, Paul Eiding or whatever his name is. I can't pronounce it right. The Colonel, to get him on, dude, that would be so awesome. Or to have Liquid, the voice actor for Liquid, on. That would be, dude, to have David Hayter and him, that would be, and dude, he's like a Cam Clark. What's weird is he is my childhood. He's from my childhood. Like, I watched the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and to hear that he's done the original, one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I'm like, oh my god, dude, that's so awesome, dude. You know, and it's just a lot of stuff that a lot of people would love to have. Dude, I would love to have like this group, you know, like to have Otacon and Snake, and then Liquid Snake, and, you know, because I would love to ask him that why he didn't show up. Like, Did he audition for Liquid Ocelot? And MGS4, stuff like that. I want to ask. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I do want to ask of that. So we're getting towards the end. So I want to quickly go over this, you guys. I am putting up a live stream giveaway. Okay. It's going to be a 4-week thing. It'll be every Sunday for 4 weeks straight. I'll be doing a giveaway, meaning 1 week will be an item, and the next week would be another item. I was going to do where it's like I put the items together, but to me, it would not be fair. That person gets all that stuff, I want everybody to have a chance to get an item, So I'm putting all the details together and pounding my head on how to do this. But the only way I think to do this is to subscribe to 3 things, which would be my Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, because I will do the live stream and try my best to pick out the winner, which thank God they keep chat, on, so that way I can review the chat. And then I will announce it. I will announce the winner on YouTube, doing a video, and I will be doing different ways of how to pick somebody, pick the people, and then I will. After that, I will wait the next following day, and I will announce it on Twitter. I will get a hold of you that day, and I would say don't say anything, because I'm going to announce it next on the Twitter. So I will announce it on Twitter the next day. Or no, I will announce it on Twitter. That way, if you didn't see the video, it's right there. Hours later maybe. So that way, boom, it's there. Or you could just follow me. I mean, but I'm trying to get subscribers, man. But it's pretty cool. To me, it's awesome that I get to do this. I get to do something for Konami. Thank God they're not like telling me, dude, you gotta do it by this day, by this day. It's like, so they're giving me freedom to whenever to do it. I'm like, cool, and I want to do it as fast as possible, because it's merchandise from Survive, the Charon Core. I think it looks sweet, man. It looks so cool. I wish I could have one, but I want to give it to all you guys. They don't even have my size anyway, and like, I don't want to like be an asshole. Like, they give me this stuff. Like, I figured they would give me like an extra thing and have like a note, be like, this is your stuff. It's like, cool, or they would ask me, what sizes or what do I prefer or whatever. But they're giving me the stuff to give away. They're not giving me stuff so I can keep some of it and then give away. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna be a dick or an asshole. I mean, not saying like streamers do that. If you streamers do that, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. Sorry. I'm not trying to out you guys. I'm just saying I'm not gonna do. I'm just not gonna do that. So just bear with me. I'm trying to get everything I can and get the best dates. To be honest, I was gonna do it this Sunday, or last Sunday, or a couple Sundays ago or whatever. But I got sick, so it kind of put me behind a lot. A lot of stuff that's going on right now has put me behind a lot, but I'm still going to focus on putting out good content for you guys. So thank you guys for staying with me for that. So thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast. I am running out of time, so I'm going to end this podcast as of right now. Thank you guys for listening to my ramblings and ramblings on. Also, my live stream that I will be doing, I will announce on Twitter the dates. And I do have a video ready to go to say, hey, I'm live. I do have a way of doing this that I will be doing Metal Gear Survive on co-op, whether by myself or with people. I do believe that would be tremendously awesome. And I want to be able to do this with you guys. You know, it's an honor. It's a first ever giveaway, so I want it to be perfect and good. So I hope I could do the best I can on this stuff. So thank you guys so much. Please go to my Twitch channel and follow that, and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button. Go to my Twitter, follow me, check out my merch if you want. I'll be, like I've said before, I'm doing new design, so go to my Patreon if you want. But guys, I am all out of time. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Reaper Podcast, and I will be back next week. So thank you for bearing with me when I'm sick, and I love you guys, and I will see you guys next week.